So today we're going to review how to do the shape drawing, but we're going to look at that advanced challenge, and I'm going to draw from this pile of pens. So we're going to go ahead and make a shape drawing, so just the basic shapes of that pile of pens. And I want to point out that when we're doing this, our main goal is to try and set up things by the same size so that they're about where they belong. And that photo that I shared of this pile of pens is from I took a bucket here of pens and just turned it upside down. And so what we can do is start by just placing things, thinking about where the things are going to belong. And then after that, starting the process of mapping out what's going to go where. And let's see if we can focus that in just a little bit. So what I'm doing is I'm setting it up on my page, and I'm thinking about where different things are going to go and how far they're going to be from one another. Now I'm going to go ahead and start my work. So most of these shapes are going to be a little bit basic in my case, but I can start to see where they're going to fit and how they're going to look. And so with this first pen, I have a couple shapes that I hit. This one, I'm going to start with a circle on the bottom. I'm going to extend it. So we're still a little bit of a cylinder here, and I get a little more narrow at the top. You can see that for each of these, I'm starting to figure out how close they are. So my first sketches were just to give me a guide, like an outline for writing, and it lets me know what's what and where things are going to go. And then this one is going to go ahead and set up and let me see where exactly each of these different parts are. Now, we've talked in the past about having good negative space. And so in these cases, the negative space is going to let me know exactly where things are and where they're going to belong. Okay. So you see I've got my first couple set up. I still have this one in the back. And it looks like the cap is a little bit spaced away from the next pen underneath it. This one is going to come down here. And I'm going to go ahead and set up these spaces. Sounds like the morning ukulele practice is happening in my house. You might be hearing that a little bit. Maybe you've got an instrument you've been practicing now too. So I'm going to set this one up. It looks like this one goes a little bit further, so I can make those adjustments right now in my shapes. And this is the right time to do it. And now I can take this bottom one and bring this over. And before I know it, all my shapes are in place. And I've kind of started to achieve the most important part about shape drawing, which is that I'm showing the relationship of parts and shapes to one another, so that in our next step, and when we come back, we can start thinking about, how do I finalize each of these shapes? Now, today, you don't have to do that at all. What we want to do is just get our eye trained to see the relationships between the sizes of things and things with one another. So good luck with that project today, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you submit. And as always, if you have any difficulty handing anything in, or just hear of anybody that's not able to access Classroom, please let me know. I want to make sure everybody, first and foremost, is comfortable and feeling good about our new way of learning.